Hey, beautiful people. I'm Milah.
Hey y'all, I'm Monika.
And thanks for joining us.
Hello sis, how you doing today?
I am aligned and I am balanced.
Oh wow, that just makes me get excited, of course, for the conversation tonight. I feel like there's so much to discuss. It's like a love hangover smorgasbord. I mean, there's so many things that I wanted to talk to you about, I want to find out about, want to share with you. So I really look forward to this week's episode. But before we get into things too deeply, I want to know, how was your week?
My week has been my week's been great. My week's been blessed. I'm just recuperating, I'm resting.
Okay, and I know we're gonna get into that as well. So I like the sound of that though, blessed, and I feel like that's the overall vibe that we have in general. Because I know right now, girl, I've been trying to hold back on the testimony until
Mhm.
till I'm completely done with the season. But
Right.
I cannot hold back this little shout out, and I hope people can appreciate the testimony, and then, of course, stay and hear all the things that we're going to discuss this evening. But all I know is that God still works miracles, girl. I have had a chance to see it firsthand. I don't mean a friend's miracle. I don't mean somebody, I mean in my own life. Okay. Ooh, Jehovah Jireh provided and
Okay.
came through in a way. He just reminded me he's the healer. That it doesn't matter what they say, or they actually, it gets me really excited when they speak against God, because I know they don't know him and they don't know what he's capable of, and he's going to show them. So something happened, girl, and I thought, oof, this is more than I can bear. And
Right.
what did he do? He showed up. He started performing miracles. Everything that they said against the situation, it fell to the ground. It bore no fruit. And so my word of encouragement for anyone that might be in the midst of a storm, because this is a fun show. We laugh, we kiki, we're not
Mhm.
bringing all the heaviness and the burdens of our day-to-day life to this platform. But I will
Right.
say, sometimes you are in a storm. If you are in a storm, especially if maybe you're in a health or medical storm, and people have spoken against your life, your loved one's life, just get excited. Just start praising. What did we say together? We went to the 23rd Psalms, and Monika, I when we started the testimony with this one, and I'm gonna wrap it up. Is just I was not I that's the psalm that I love to give, and that is my psalm. So I appreciate
Mhm.
you giving it to me in my time of need, sis. But I'm gonna tell you, I
Right.
was so frantic and in my mind and in my feelings, and being confused by just the overwhelmingness of the situation. And girl, when you were like, "Would you want to say the 23rd Psalms?" I was like, mm. But my spirit said, you know what, I need to do this because she knows me as a woman of faith. I'm not gonna, clown the way I want to clown. Like, girl, this ain't. But it was appropriate. And I tell everyone, by the time we got to my favorite part, he prepares a table before me in the presence of my enemy. Girl, I felt better. I mean, I had to laugh. And then
Right.
then all the things that came to me, they meant nothing. And I had chance to see firsthand someone go from the doorsteps of death to life,
Mhm.
to life,
All
to
right
they're
now.
not going to be here 24 hours, to, oh wait, okay, well, we can't explain it. That's what I thought. You're never
Mm.
going to be able to explain what God
Right.
can do. All right, so I just thank Jesus, and that's the kind of week I've had a inspired week. I mean, of course there were things that we're going to discuss on the show, but that was the highlight. That was the testimony. Each day I said, well, okay, Jesus, I know you can do it. And he delivered. You remind God of his word. He likes that. That's why you need to get into that Bible sometimes. Remind him of his word, and he comes through on his promises. He is not a man that he's going to be lying to you and act here with these shenanigans. God ain't about these shenanigans. We are. So
Life and death is in the
the
power of the
power of the
tongue. You
tongue.
got to be.
Yeah, speak it, manifest, declare it,
We
decree
got
it
to
over your life.
intentional. What
Hmm.
others speak, that's because if that was their family members, I know they wouldn't be speaking that over them.
Girl, sometimes I say maybe they would, because I don't know how people love their people, but
Well, that's true.
I know as for me and my house, not only we serving the Lord, but we loving our people. So, and I just, I appreciate all my aunties and my real cousins and my, not not saying nothing about, but I'm saying my by the blood, not just people who have been blessed my life, but I actually really am grateful for just the praying prayer warrior, strong women that I have in my family, and the sisters that God has blessed me with, like you. Oh, girl, like I said, that 23rd Psalms, that's forever gonna be the story, because literally literally it's good, honey. Woo, when the story gets to come out, it's so good, girl. It's so many ups and downs and twists and turns, and woo woo woo, but God is amazing. So
Okay.
so now that I took you to church a little bit, we had a little testimony service. I just didn't start it off with the first giving honor to God, the proper way, but that was a testimony service. I do want to just find out now. We're gonna move on with the regular shenanigans of the night. Did you actually, in fact, dear heart, watch the Super Bowl, the halftime show, any part of the show? That was what we were wrapping up last week. We were talking about Valentine's Day and the Super Bowl. And the Super Bowl came first, so that's where we're going to start.
um, the Super Bowl. I don't have that channel, and I didn't go nowhere. I stayed home. I had to clean up. I needed to wash some clothes. I just needed to do my Sunday prep. You know what I'm saying? Sit
Yeah.
down, read a book, do my rituals. Like, no.
Okay,
Did I
hashtag
watch the
adulting.
half?
You were
Yeah.
hashtag adulting. But now, if you tell, but I do want to say, I like the way you say, I don't have that channel, girl. It was on basic. It was on basic. You had
I
that
don't
channel.
even have basic. I have what's called the internet and YouTube and some streaming channels that don't show live TV.
Okay, so if that's the testimony you claim it today, I'm gonna go with you. So you did not watch the game, but you did see. It sounds like the halftime show.
I didn't see the halftime show. I saw blips on social media.
Okay, okay, well then we're gonna start my shady recap. So
Okay.
obviously, the team that I was rooting for did not win. The NFC did not win this year. Last year, the NFC did win because the Rams won, but this year it was the AFC's turn to have a little bit of that limelight and a little bit of that glory on them. So the Kansas City Chiefs are the official Super Bowl winners for this year. Now, I'm practicing something that's very enlightened. You would almost think that I'm Monika, because it's, if you don't have anything nice to say, do not say anything at all. So I'm very thrilled for the people of Kansas City. I'm sure they're celebrating with their Chiefs, and they love their quarterback. He got VIP or VIP. He got MVP, most valuable player for the year at the NFL honors prior to the Super Bowl. And then, of course, he went and won the Super Bowl. But, shout out to the Eagles. I see you. I hate a controversial call towards the end of the game that really shifts the dynamic. I don't know if that was right, but, you know, I know a lot of teams got a lot of work to do this off season to get ready for next season, because I mean, quarterbacks is looking trifling, coaches are coming out of retirement to try to save other team. I mean, it's just, we'll see. Next year, it's going to be very, 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 very exciting in the NFL, if I say so myself. Now, on to this halftime show. So you saw the
Hmm.
clips. You saw the clips. The anticipation was building. Shout out. I knew right away as soon as it opened. I said, well, she looks like she's pregnant. And so shout out to motherhood. But what did you think about the performances, the clips that you were able to see?
That's one of my good songs for her. Uh, you better have my money.
That's how she opened it up. She opened it up like a boss girl. When I heard, well, I think I just stood up. I think I was like doing air, where you do like air, like pistols in the air, like pop, pop, pop. I was, ooh, she said, better have my money. I said, what? Who you think you pay? Oh, it was wonderful. I
Right.
mean, I like that.
And she living her life. She like, the NFL gonna work around me. I'm pregnant. So how we gonna,
I think it's
maneuver this
bold.
thing?
Yeah, I think it's bold and gutsy, because I don't think a lot of people would have, because that's such a large platform. I think everyone thinks that they want to be at their physical and, stylish best. And not saying that
Mm-hmm.
she wasn't any of that, but I mean, she's pregnant. So I mean,
Right.
I didn't expect her to be like busting it open and doing, she definitely wasn't on no pole. She definitely wasn't doing any of the crazy things that we have seen in past Super Bowl uh, halftime shows. But I think she was bold in that red, and with all of her dancers in that the white puffy outfits being nondescript. I love it. I mean, because she was
So
obviously the lady in red, just handling
I
it.
I actually heard that it was supposed to be light pink, but it wasn't showing correctly on the TV or something.
Okay, for like Valentine's Day, I love it.
Yeah.
And that's great. That makes sense because I almost thought she was cheering for the Kansas City Chiefs, and I said, "Riri, we want to be impartial during the halftime
Mm-hmm.
show." But okay, so they were supposed to be pink outfits. Nonetheless, I like that little. Since you didn't get a chance to maybe see this part, one of her songs, she did a quick like, "Let me check my makeup," and got her little fancy
Oh
cosmetic little
yeah.
puff 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 powder it up, and then went on with the performance. I mean, she looked flawless. I mean, if you don't have a red lip as a person, go ahead and go get yourself a red lip. Everybody, every person, every complexion, every hue. Don't believe the lies of the devil, because I remember being young and not thinking that I could wear a red. And then it started off easy with Max Ruby Woo, of course, Black Girl's Dream. But I mean, Fenty has good colors. Pat McGrath. I mean, there are reds out there. But ladies, get you a red. It means something. It says a lot. The old ladies might not want you in red because it means something. But you get you a red. It's pretty powerful. Do you have a red that you love, Monika?
Um, I haven't. The last time I wore red was in August, the summertime. If it's the right outfit, but usually red is not like a go-to for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a mauve girl, or
Mm-hmm.
like a pink, or a nude.
Yeah, I can
But
see
I'm gonna
that.
have to try out that Fenty because it's a lot of good feedback, good
Mm.
reviews on it.
Very much so, very much so. Very nice red. And so I really was impressed with that. I She has so many duets, so many collaborations. Normally people like to bring someone out, and even being pregnant, she still made the decision. I don't need to share my moment with anyone. And she bossed up. I guess she said, "You're getting enough credit for me being on this duet or this collaboration with you, but you will not be in the midst of my moment." So I did take note of that. I said, "You go ahead, Riri. You and your baby. You guys were the headliners."
Okay.
So that was really exciting. Any other feedback you have about that Super Bowl? I mean, did you hear anything about the advertisements? I mean, there were a couple of good ads, but I have to tell you, I was half paying attention to those ads. I did like the one, believe it or not, with J Lo and Ben Affleck. Because it was just it was random, and it was cute at the end. Get me a coffee. Don't leave without giving me my coffee. So yeah, I thought it was cute. I Did you hear of any buzz about any ads or anything that you decided to watch online after the fact?
I heard there was some ad by Tubi. I didn't see any of the ads, but it kept coming up on the timeline about some ad on about Tubi or whatever that is, and I don't
Oh
know.
yeah, find your next rabbit hole, I think was their slogan. I heard that this year a lot of companies decided to collaborate and go half seas on that NFL commercial, including Netflix. I was like, oh
Hmm.
wait, yeah. People say, well, no, we don't want to pay that good. It's inflation. Everybody's trying to be smart with their money, so that was that. I think M&M's really was outrageous because they had everyone hyped up. They did a good job of creating buzz with the Maya Rudolph is a new spokesperson, and we're retiring the candies because of the controversy. And then in the end, it was just a lot of hype, but it was fun. It felt like it was appropriate for the Super Bowl. Make a big deal out about something, and then it basically be nothing. A much ado about nothing at all. So.
Mm, yeah, I missed all that. So.
Okay. Well, then, honey, then we're done. Hey, it's a wrap. We just talked about it last week. We wanted to at least remind people that, in fact, this is what happened. Because you're not the only one that doesn't care about football. So, now some people know some facts, and it is what it is. But let's move to the holiday that had us in our feelings last week with these interesting questions and great scenarios. Valentine's Day. Lady, how was your Valentine's Day?
Well, usually I haven't been celebrating the last few years, but one of my girlfriends was like, you know what, let's just go out and, grab a couple of our girlfriends and just treat ourselves. And so,
Treat yourself.
okay.
Yes.
So we had reservations for a restaurant down in Ruston Way in Tacoma, but then I got lucky. No, I got blessed, girl, because I manifested that and we got the reservations for communion up in
Ooh,
Seattle.
I love it. And I have to shout out because you literally shouted that restaurant out last episode, the Jerkish Love and Football episode. So you definitely manifested that. I just want to show the people Monika walking like she talking. She's been manifesting it and she ended up at communion. Okay, go on with the story, girl.
Sure did. So they had a curated menu for Valentine's Day. And then one of our other girlfriends, April Shante, shout out to her. She is a local singer, but is going to be nationally and internationally known in these
Hmm.
streets sooner than later.
Okay.
Girlfriend can sing the house down, but
Hmm.
she had one of her friends come over and serenade us with his saxophone.
Hmm.
A young gentleman did that, and he is shout out to him, MD Soulful. Yeah, nominated, not Grammy nominated. Oops, take that back. He already won a Grammy. Okay.
So he's a Grammy award winning
Yes.
saxophonist. Okay,
Yes, so it
okay.
livened up the place. The owner who was running the restaurant there that night, he was like, "Sure, I don't mind." So we had us a good old time. Had some libations. And my other girlfriend brought some chocolates for us and some candles, soon to be out soon.
Okay, I am excited. I know we're gonna, collab with her on that as well.
Hmm.
So that is exciting. Okay, I do want to know a little bit more because you kind of given us the general overview. But honey, if you got follow us on Instagram at Auntie Season on our actual page, you had a beautiful reel of the atmosphere and the vibe, and people were loving it. So I want to get into all that. You said a curated menu, ma'am. I'm a foodie. Please don't just say it was a curated menu. I mean,
Well, you
what
had
was it?
the
What was it? What was it? I saw the reel, but maybe the people haven't gone to Instagram in a while. I know I don't be on
so
there.
it was appetizers. You could either had fried, grill fried. I don't know if that makes sense, grill fried, but it was fried oysters,
Mhm.
which I did get because I wanted to taste to see if they tasted the same way like they do down south.
Mhm.
And then
Did they?
they did, but they were just made differently. And
Okay.
then they also had fried mushrooms. Them things taste good. Taste like some seafood to me.
Mhm. Oh yeah,
Um
fried mushrooms are delicious.
Then you could have either chose a side. It was fried okra. I can't remember what the other side was, but we got fried okra.
Mhm.
Um, and there were three different salads you can choose from. I got the arugula, and it
Mhm.
had some of those like Hawaiian flowers that you can eat like in your salad,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. The purple
some,
one. Yeah, the pretty ones. I know
yeah,
exactly.
the little
Yeah.
the little orange slices on it,
Mhm.
so with the vinaigrette. I love me a vinaigrette. And
Mhm.
then we also had, so for the main entree, you could have either got like prime rib, and that was, I don't eat meat, but we looked to
Mhm.
the right of us, and some other people was eating the prime rib. It was like you could eat on that all week. It was a lot. It was a lot of
Mm.
prime rib, but
Prime rib is delicious, girl. You speaking my language.
and
That's why I
then
wasn't at that table because all the vegans would have had to be offended because I sure would have been letting my primal nature come out, honey. That carnal.
then you
Woo,
could have had
girl.
you could
Mm.
chose from a duck,
Okay.
a duck entree, or
Mm.
the other entree was like a vegan. It tasted like kind of like a Creole, like dirty rice. It had a kick to it, and then they had
Mm.
this squash, but it was like a potato salad squash and some like yams. It was just yummy. I ate the whole thing, girl. And then
Okay.
I
Okay.
had me some mocktails that tasted like alcohol, but I was driving. I wasn't trying to
You're being grown and sexy, okay?
yeah.
Like you said, as long as it tastes good and it made you enjoy the night, that's what mattered. Everything
Hmm.
doesn't have to be, alcoholic. You don't always need to be inebriated to have a good time. Isn't that nice?
Right. And then to top it all off, we got treated. Um, with because the dessert was cheesecake for
Mm-hmm.
what was on the menu for the other people, but we got the famous banana pudding,
Mm.
girlfriend, in the jar, and I waxed that. I mean, I didn't wax it there, but I had some there, and then when I got home, I was like, still want some more, and then like I finished it off the other day. But
I love it. Well, at least you made it work in three parts. And I like the way you said when you got home and got comfortable and got out of your cuteness. So I know you ladies look really fancy. I'm going to get back to that in a minute as well. But it sounds like, like a good time was had by all.
right.
Communion is a wonderful place. If you haven't been yet and you're in the Seattle area, you got to stop by and you got to go to Instagram and look at the reel and look at
Mm-hmm.
how wonderful Monika's plates, bites. That saxophonist was actually really easy on the eye too. There ain't nothing like a brother that's playing something
Okay.
that like you, man, sir, you looking nice. Okay, I mean blessings to you and your whoever, because he was looking nice. So based off of that reel though, I know one of the comments that you got because you were sharing it with me. Someone said, "Oh my gosh, you guys are looking like Harlem, like the cast of Harlem." So, were you
Oh
feeling like that? Were
yeah.
were you feeling cute, 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 cute like that? Because that was the goal.
Yeah, my boo Marvia, shout out to Marvia. She was like, "Y'all looking like the cast of Harlem's." I said, "Well, we was definitely feeling ourselves," and she said, "As you should."
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's gray up here. Like I'm wearing my clothes this year, and if you get offended because
Amen.
I'm dressed up, then that's on you. Like I'm not about to look crazy out in these streets. Like I'm be looking crazy fine. I ain't gonna
Mm.
be looking crazy like I just went through some ish though. Oh no, we wearing color. I'm wearing these clothes because
All right.
where I'm just gonna wear them to. Like
You living your life, honey. Like I said, you manifesting, you dressing for what you're manifesting, and I like it. Okay, and that is
mm-hmm.
and that is the quote of that is the quote of the night. You dressing like what you're manifesting. So I
Right.
love it. So I love it. I love it. I love it. And
And
then
I just had to invest. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, like I said on the post, you gotta treat yourself, you know?
yep.
It wasn't it was an investment into my mind, body, and soul. How about that? You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Yeah, and we have to
So
realize that we're worth it.
right.
I mean, and sometimes you just do that, like you said, so you can have that beautiful memory in that moment, that fellowship with the sisters. That's what we know. That's what we're about. Obviously, we chit chatting with each other right now because we're about that fellowship. So that was good. But now Harlem got mentioned, and
Right.
we are definitely on that Harlem. And on Prime, if people are like, "What is Harlem? What is it?" Megan Good's show. I mean, it stars. It's a great cast. Tyler Lepley's on there. Girl, I tell you, every season that man is ridiculously good. Look, everybody has a type, and every time I see him, there's just that energy that he's giving me. That strong, sensitive, but protector.
That light skin energy.
Girl, I mean, as shout out to Dewana, our one of our former guests, honey. He has that light breeze energy going, and I am here for it. But
That Drakeish energy.
that's what he said. Remember? Oh, anyway, I don't want to give that away, but yeah, there was a moment where he's like, "I do kind of look like Drake." I was like, "Baby, you are finer than Drake." I do Drake.
He is finer.
Yeah, Drake doesn't really, and that's funny because they do look similar, but
Yeah.
nah, nah, nah. Tyler got some. I mean, Drake is, hey, if you like Drake and that's your cup of tea, blessings, drink it up. I don't need to partake in that sip though.
Mm-mm. I mean,
No.
he real easy
Mhm.
on the eyes.
Whew.
I like a little bit more chocolate, but I understand.
Okay, that's exactly. Like I said, I can appreciate that because see, I liked him in P Valley as the bouncer. Girl,
Right.
he already had me in my feelings, and even on Have and Have Nots, even though Tyler had him playing kind of the dumb dumb role at times, but I still I still thought he was good looking. I was like, well, I said if my good friend's brother look like that, girl,
Okay.
your brother's gonna get it on the side. Sorry, that's what younger, wilder Mila would have said. But
Hmm.
so are you caught up with Harlem? I guess we'll start there. Like Monica, are you caught up with the four
Um,
episodes that are out?
the 4 episodes are out, yeah. Because I was like, when you said that, actually, there's probably another 2 episodes this week that I need to catch up on. But
I think they drop them on Fridays. I'm like, okay, yeah, you guys are
oh
playing
yeah,
in
they
my
wait.
face.
Yeah, because they don't want people to just watch all the season and cancel their membership.
Prime, but you ain't canceling Prime. Like that's why I said Amazon. You don't need to be Netflix because you got a different model. Like that's real. Like
Well,
that's
girl,
that's
I'm
what
about
people do for
to.
Netflix.
Once the series is off, I'm about to cancel a Prime because I don't and get my last shipment of stuff I need to get from them. I'm about to cancel y'all. You know what I'm saying? And in the meantime, y'all can start sponsoring this episode and this podcast. Thank you.
Well, hey, honey, manifest it, let it be known, make it plain. I like this. So Tyler, though, or the character in Harlem,
Mm-hmm.
makes a comment, and it was one of those comments that I've been hinting around because I do want to get your opinion on it, and it got me in my feelings a bit. And it's like, yeah, because we all have that one, that one that we would blow it all up for, or just, and I'm like, huh, do we all have that one that we would just blow it all up for? Monika, do you have an ex or a person in your life that and I don't, it's not that you have to name that person or anything like that, but just the scenario. Do you have someone in your life that you would, if they come around, they make you weak in the knees. You can hardly speak. Like it doesn't matter if you were dating somebody else. If this person came back into your atmosphere, in your orbit, you would lose your. It's them. It's them, but nobody else exists. Do you have someone like that in your life?
No, I thought I did, but no, I really don't.
Okay, but that's real because at least you thought you did. I mean, at one time, did you when you thought that, were you in your 20s, were you in your 30s, or are you now in your little sexy 40s? That I mean, like what made you what time in your
Um,
life were you
it would
in?
probably be probably in my 30s when I was dating, because in my middle late early 30s, middle late 20s early 30s, I was still a married woman at that time.
Mhm.
But after age 33, so my 30s, at that time I probably, because I that's when I started actually like dating, because I didn't really
Mhm.
didn't date before I got married. So at that point,
Mm,
I went through some heartbreaks. I probably thought
mhm.
I would have blew it up for somebody, but at this point in time, girl, no.
I like the way he said, "Girl." He said, "At this point in time." Well, for me, I was really thinking about like that question. Just was like, man, do I have someone that I would? And for me, the Virgo in me is like, I don't. I don't know about that because I don't know if I'm someone else's. Like, I wouldn't want someone to come and blow up my situation. I would want it to be mutual. Like in Harlem, it's a mutual explosion, right?
Right.
She blew up her life, he blew up his. For me, I don't have a person that I think that I could come by and blow up their lives. But definitely when I was in my 20s, I had someone that we were the merry-go-round. I'm like, man, what are we what are we doing? But it was kind of exciting in the sense that I did know, hey, this person, it doesn't matter who they're with or whatever, when I'm thinking about them, I can come to town and I'm not come, but call them, talk to them, see them, and that is going to change the course of whatever they were doing,
Mm-hmm.
and we had a moment, and you actually, girl, the person, you've been many places up and down all around during that situation, and so
Right.
it was like, oh yeah, just call him, see him out. It's on and popping. Now, grown Mila though realizes that I don't have, like I said, someone that I think I would blow up their life, but I definitely think that I may have a person that after the healing took place, that if they when they come around, when they call, it's always a slippery slope. I have to be very careful. I have to stay really focused and in tune with my intentions for myself and what I
Mm-hmm.
what I want for myself, so I don't fall
Right.
down into that rabbit hole because they know all of my love languages. I mean, from acts of service to
Well,
gifting, honey, to making me
mm,
feel secure, to just good
okay.
conversation. And I'm like, man, I thought, some time passes, because that's the thing about
Give me
life.
a good old bear hug.
Girl, I mean, honey, the kind that pop your back a bit. I'm like, what the brother?
A nice foot
Why?
rub.
Well, as a girl, the whole girl, don't you try to get me to be saying amen, Monika. So that's the problem, right? So like I know this person has the ability to blow my spot up. So then I
Right.
always have to handle him with kid gloves. I try to,
Accordingly.
yeah, I try to be really enlightened. Like I definitely am good at having male friends, because I think men and women can be friends without it being
Right.
no weirdness. Because I've had plenty of people that are like my brothers, my family, whatever. But with this person, I have to try to keep it above board because
Mm-hmm.
just too much laughing, even too much reminiscing. Even when we're joking, I know that. Oh Lord, this. Oh my God,
That
I said,
hand on your lower back, that hand on the knee,
girl. I mean, we mentioned it a little bit in last week's episode. I said, don't
hand on
come,
the shoulder, on the neck.
girl, honey, don't come around doing stuff. I mean,
When Erica Badu said, "Kiss me on my neck and breathe on
See,
my
see,
neck."
see. I guess that's the thing that gets you weak, girl. Like I said, he knows my love language, honey. I said when you start filling up that
So weak
honeydew
in the
list,
knees.
girl, honey, that made me weak, girl. I think I took some anyway. I was gonna say yes, some. Ooh, girl, honey, don't do some work around here now. Hallelujah.
Better go get a cold shower.
Girl, honey, that's why I said it. You don't have to, the things that motivate me are maybe different from everyone else, but I'm looking at them the way I'm looking at them, like you saving me a lot of money here, brother. Thank you. So anyway, yeah, I do have someone that I have to be careful for because I still think that they could blow up my spot, and it's funny because that's healing, and we were discussing it, and you said, yeah, it's a test. You say, yeah, you'll always be tested. And I'm like, yeah, it is a test because it's a test to see if I was really healed. It's a test to see if I really
Mhm.
forgiven. It's a test to see if I really moved on. But
Or we could switch the word test to a lesson in forgiveness.
honey, I
I think
like
that
that.
sounds better.
That's
Yeah,
that. I love that, girl. I'll rock with that. A
because
lesson
I
in
think you already
forgiveness.
been tested with having that relationship. Like that's
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. So it was a lesson in forgiveness. So I know I passed the lesson in forgiveness, and now we've evolved to the lesson in friendship. But still,
Hmm.
like I said, I have to watch out because that person is my Harlem expression. Like, would you
Hmm.
blow it up for them? And that's the problem.
You might pop up like Rihanna in another 9 months.
That was an intentional moment of silence, but I'm not mad at it. I'm not saying that I don't like your words. It's just that I don't know if you know what I feel about going back to people you done
Right.
let go. Like honey, you gone for a reason. I don't care if you know my love language. There's still work. There's still things that ain't right. That's why I said, girl, you a bunch of mess with that, Monika. You a bunch of mess. But yes, honey, now, I'm all for being married. Well, no, I don't want to be married part two because, honey, that's what the
That's,
Antichrist. But if you
Janet
want to,
Jackson said, "All for you,
yeah, if
if
the
you really want it, babe."
we're not talking about this part, but I say if the Lord would have blessed my womb with someone new, okay, and something new, I know He's capable. Like I just said, we had a testimony service at the beginning of the episode.
Right.
God can do it. So I mean, if that's what God wants, He's gonna show me. But He knows He'll be really happy to show me because He already showed me the proverb, and I don't really go back to my vomit. I don't. I'm not a fool to folly. I'm not a dog to vomit.
I
So
hear
I don't
that.
circle back. But we'll see. We'll see. God is good. That's what I know. That's what I know. Okay. So that's your thoughts on that situation. So Monika, I know you have some love scenarios you wanted to get out there and some things that people have brought to you over the course of the week.
What was that?
Did you really just say that?
Yeah, I must have forgot.
Girl, that's why. Oh my goodness! I said that's why. That's why I rocks with you. That's why I really do appreciate you. Well, okay. In case you okay, so maybe your mind is having a freeze, or you said I don't even feel like talking about it. I'm gonna just go ahead and bring to you the scenario because, like
Okay.
I said, people are bringing stuff to us, and so we really appreciate um, listener feedback, listener suggestions, listeners comments. Honey, get in on the conversation with us. And so, um, you know, one of
Cause
our
girl, yeah, I ain't got. Yeah, girl, there's a lot of ghosts over here in my
oh,
situation, so I don't know.
oh, oh, how you manifested them out of your way, girl. You getting cold with that manifestation game, but okay. But okay, so like I said, one of our listeners, shout out to Uncle Booski because he stay on top of
Hey.
it. We really appreciate we appreciate the feedback, the listens. We know he don't miss an episode. So
Okay.
what was good about that is they shared with me something that they had ran across, and the question was, would you do this? Would you send something like this for Valentine's Day, knowing the kind of woman that you are? And then that's part one of the question, Monika. And
Uh
then
huh.
part two is this a hella thirst trap? Like, is this like what is this saying? Or is this new like the modern woman? Like, I'm every woman. I got this. So let me go ahead. So let me go ahead and read.
Yeah.
Let me read
Happy
it to you
belated
then.
birthday, Whitney Houston. But anyway.
Amen. Rest in powers, Queen. Okay.
Mhm.
So we'll start. I'll read the little note because of course this is like a little note that was attached to a gift. So that's how we'll put it. So it says greetings from somewhere. I'm sorry the first time I sent this, it did not get to you. I just wanted to say happy Valentine's Day and thank you for showing me a wonderful time every time I'm in wherever. You are such an amazing person who never ceases to amaze me. And although your personality is great, that dick is I'm sorry, that D, I'm sorry, that D, I'm sorry, I was reading as it was. Sorry, that D is a excuse me, sorry, I know we got some elder aunties, my bad. Sorry, that D is a huge bonus too. Keep being amazing, and I look forward to hopefully seeing you in wherever this summer. So sorry, I was like, I'm reading it verbatim. Okay, obviously not editing myself. And I knew the D was coming up, and I had planned to say the D. But anyway, so
I mean, it
Monika,
is called Auntie seasons. We have lived.
yeah, girl, we know what that D is about. So anyway, so what, what, so what do you think about women? What do you think about sending something like that to someone? Like, would you send a gift to a man with that attached to the gift? Like, boom, booyah, like it's good. I mean, I know that the good deed will have you doing
Wow,
crazy
chicka, wow,
things.
wow.
Yeah, good deed. It'll
First of
have
all,
you
I want
doing
to
crazy.
know what type of gift was it? Was it flowers? Was it chocolates? Was it
Like, I think some
cookies?
kind of
Like,
food. Yeah, I think it was some kind of food, like food gift or whatever. It
was it
wasn't.
cake? Cake,
Yeah, what?
cake,
Yeah,
cake.
literally. Like it wasn't. It wasn't diamonds and gold
It wasn't.
chains
It
and
wasn't
roll.
a watch. It wasn't.
No,
It
no, no.
wasn't cologne. It wasn't some
Because
socks,
it doesn't sound like
underwear.
they're serious. It doesn't sound like they have an established. It sounds like they have a fling type of. If I'm in your city, I hit you up type
A
situation, which I don't
situationship, like
love.
Snow
Yeah.
Allegra says. Situationship.
Yeah, but you know me, I ain't
Hmm.
down with those. I mean, for everyone who wants one of those, I love it, and I guess sometimes you have to live your life and have one, but that's not necessarily the vibe I carry. So I do like this in the sense that they're telling the person what they appreciate about them. Like I'm all for that. I mean, like being transparent and honest with if it was wonderful, if I'm having a good time with you, giving you your props, but I don't know about this one, girl. I don't know. I don't
I mean,
know.
it's cute because a lot of days, I mean, that person could have easily said that via text, but to send a gift with it with like a little note, like people don't do small gestures like that these days, even if it was kind of just like, and I like that D just to let you know what I'm saying? Like that's she was like, we got a vibe, everything's cool. And she was like, but I just need to let you know that cherry on top is
Oh, yeah. So
doing
would
it.
you do it? So would you do it then, Monika? Did you send this gift to someone? No. I'm playing with you. Would you do
Um,
it?
I don't know. I guess it just depends on the particular male. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
I saw it goes back to the D. That's what you let me know.
I mean, not just that. I mean, it has to be
Yeah,
all
because
encompassing
their
and like,
personality is great.
yeah,
Remember,
like
your personality is great, but the D is the best.
no, I need more than that. But
But you grown, so I can obviously tell that this was sent by someone who was youthful. I mean,
yeah, but
not say that you're not youthful, but
they
just
may have
someone.
been, it get a laugh, get a chuckle. I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I just at this time point in time, there's definitely I'm not sending that to nobody.
Yeah, it was one. I mean, it's the like I said, Uncle Booski was like, it's kind of thirsty, I said, what are
Oh,
the ladies? He said, what are the ladies
that's
thinking?
surprising to hear because a lot of men, and I won't say a lot of men, but have heard men say that they would rather have women be more aggressive or push up on them. That's not me. I ain't that type of chick.
That's a
Like,
lazy man. Go whatever. I mean, well, I need you to tap into your hunter gatherer primal instinct and go for it. Don't tell me that I need to be more bold, please.
your attraction and
Hmm.
intentions and manifestation. That's what will attract us like magnets. But I'm not out
Hmm.
here. I'm not out here thirst trapping. I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so you said you're not thirsty in these streets. Well, I appreciate it, girl.
No,
You stay hydrated, and that's what I appreciate too. Nobody got time for no thirstiness.
that's why
So,
I'm glowing.
girl, that's what I love. So, so then, Monika, just because we're gonna start the wrap down, and
Uh-huh.
kind of winding it all down, and getting to the business of the rest of the week for people. We always discuss a good business. And things that you might not consider. And this is still Black History Month. And I really got excited about this week's business of the week because I think we're going to focus, or we are planning to focus on games and entertainment and little things to do. I mean, when you get around your girlfriends, your friends, your family, how do you keep the conversation lively? Do people still have game nights? Do people play games? Like, there are Black games out there, and that's what I'm going to shout out. But like, do you like a good trivia night?
I do. The last time I actually played a card game was at Friendsgiving,
Mm.
with my trainer and his girl and family and friends, and we had brought out Black Card Revoked.
Okay, yeah, that was one of the ones I wanted to shout out, girl. Cause honey, it's too easy out here in these streets these days to get that black card revoked, and that card is sacred. People just taking it for granted. A lot of people want that dang black card. So,
One of the ones we play. I know we did play some card games, but I have played that before. And then there was another relationship Black card game, but I just can't think of the name. But if I find it, I'll link it to the show notes.
Yeah, it's
But
perfect. And I love it because Black Card Revoked, of course, is a game that is created, by Black, creators, and Black people get those proceeds. So, and it is a fun game. And
yeah,
even if you're not Black, get it to see if you actually could get a Black card. I mean, we do give
celebrating
them out.
American Black popular culture. Yeah,
Yep. I mean, truly, I mean, it's one drop around here. We don't have high standards to get to be Black. I mean, like, we taking of everybody, really. So, I mean, even people who want to deny us the next day. So, Black Card Revolt. For me, the game that I'm the most interested in that looks amazing is the Lyrically Correct game. It is a Black owned game, and it is a music trivia game that tests how well you know the lyrics of some of the hottest songs from different eras and genres. And I mean, there'll be questions like, "What did Deborah Cox say wasn't supposed to be there?" And
nobody's
body's
supposed
supposed
to
to be,
be
yeah. So that
here.
kind of fun thing. I said, I think that would be so fun on the next like girls, like an intentional girls, weekend or like moment to play that
Right.
game. I said we could do the singing edition, like you said, sing the response. But I'm excited about that. So kind of think about it. Spring is going to be here. People are going to be going out. You're going to be doing more things. People are going to be socializing. Why not make it a time for a good game and support a Black business at the same time?
Exactly. There was another game, and if I find it, I'll link the show notes. But when me and my other girlfriend, we were in Hawaii last year, she brought so we were just sitting on the balcony, and it was like a not affirmation cards, but different questions about like relationships and love and things like that nature, because there was like one for couples and there was like one for like girlfriends or friends and stuff like that. So
Hmm.
that was it was cool, and you get to
Hmm.
know the person even more through those type of games and questions and things like that. So
And so, yeah, that's exactly how I feel about that. So I'm here for it. So that's our Black business. And then I do want to just, as we get ready to officially call it a night, just to kind of give a little update. I'm sure some people may be connected to the story and have paid attention to the news that has come out, but this is a little bit of Black justice. This week, sentencing for Peyton Gendron, life without parole. He got no youthful offender leniency, and so
as he should not
he is,
have.
yes, and so he was under 20 years old. So he's a young man going to go to prison for the rest of his life, and it is deserved. I really appreciate the judge and the verdict, and well, because it was a sentencing phase, so her impact statement during sentencing, it was really powerful because she acknowledged the value of the victims and the loss to the community. And he also was convicted on uh, class A1 felony for terrorism, for that domestic terrorism charge. And I know sometimes, you know, the irony is when people kill mass people, there's really no justice, no resolution, because you've lost your loved one. But because we know that people like to go into black spaces and just kill us, like they went into church a few years ago down in North Carolina, Dylan Roof, and whatever. So
Right.
Peyton had actually was the gentleman who, I won't say gentleman, he was the guy who went in to the Tops Market in Buffalo, New York,
Mm-hmm.
and took 10 lives. And so and he went there primarily to do harm. He has scouted it out. He wanted to do this because this is where black people was a primarily black area.
Right.
And so he said he wished he had never done it, and that all this other stuff. But I love, one of the victims' family members was like, "We don't believe." Like that that court, that if you have not or you're not familiar with the case, or I will say it is something to watch the sentencing, because honey, the family, I mean, they got a little rowdy in the court. I will say they had to just detain somebody and take him out because somebody was about to jump on that man. They really tried. This brother was pretty big. They tried to get to that man, but the police, the bailiffs, or whatever, they took, of course, Peyton out of there to protect him. But that's probably going to be the
He
last
got lucky in that
protection.
courtroom.
Yeah, I said that's the.
He ain't about to be lucky in that prison though.
I I don't know if it'll last as long as Jeffrey Dahmer, so we'll see. I mean, because sometimes there's even more justice sometimes in prison when people are outlandish. And I'm not saying that I want anyone to be terrorized or brutalized, but that young man, less than 20 years old, not only destroyed his life and let hate. He didn't lead with love, but he let hate destroy him. But
And
at
he
least,
said he wished he hadn't done it. Is that what
yeah,
he said?
yeah, that's what he say.
Do you
He
feel
wish
like
he said he wish
he
he
got
hadn't have listened to all of the news and the lies that were on the internet.
Oh, okay. So he's saying that he was manipulated or
Mhm.
brainwashed by
Mhm. Mhm.
the internet. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um but you was studying this and you was making plans and like
Mhm.
nope, nobody saw anything in your household. Okay.
Yeah, no, he went, like, he actually had, he went and scouted out the place, and he was working on this. It was plotted, and that's why they
I
didn't give him that youthful
mean,
offender. I mean, he's so young that there is a statute, I guess, with the New York law that he could have gotten like youthful offender, where
hell
they would have
no.
where they would have been like, oh, he's young, so maybe after 20 years, because after 20 years he'll be 40, or 39. Yeah,
No.
let him go. No, no, no. This man.
Nope. As many times as they put our own in there for less, yeah, no. He get the book slammed at him. That's what he gets.
Yep, and
Um
that's what they did, honey. The life, she said, you'll never see life again as a free man. So I think that's a little bit of black justice. There's a lot of injustice that we hear about, but let's see how the U.S. court systems wrap up justice for us. So that's what justice is supposed to
cuz
look like, I
right,
guess.
because the last thing I'm going to say about that, as much as the government be watching everybody, I'm like, y'all didn't pick this up on the internet, because there's certain words that we type in and plug in.
Mhm.
Big brother's watching everything, but y'all just I just there's just some stuff that just don't make no sense. Like, really?
Well, and that's the thing. This is justice, and people might say, "Well, why are you making a big deal about this?" Because during the some of the riots that took place in 2020,
Right.
there was a young man that walked down the street with a weapon and killed three people, or took two people's
Mhm.
lives, and they let him off. So
Right.
we do appreciate justice being served, for real. Like, punish people when they act out and when they hurt us too. It shouldn't be.
Right.
We shouldn't have to be terrorized, and that's what it was. I love that he
And it
got that
makes a difference
A1
when
felony. Yes, I love that
we
he got
got
that.
our people in the courts.
Yeah. Well, in Buffalo, New York, that the judge. No, I don't. The family, the audience, well, the
Mhm.
people in the in the court, they might have been black, but I don't know if anyone that really had power was. But this was injustice, and I think it was
Right.
so blatant and so terrible that it wasn't something that they could let this person get away with it. He had to
Exactly.
get the sentence that he had to get, and the death penalty is controversial, but in this case, and then like the Florida school shoot, there's some cases where I feel like the death penalty is appropriate, but
Mm-hmm.
and that's even as a and that's a Christian woman, and believing in forgiveness, but that some things are up for God to forgive. That's not for man to have to forgive.
You say an eye for an eye in the Bible.
So everybody love to grab that one part, honey. See, you gonna get us down. This isn't to be. You're gonna get us down a rabbit hole, Monika. I just wanted to give some Black justice for Black History Month. We got some Black
Look,
justice.
don't come for me and I don't come for yours.
Girl, hey, girl, because that's what one of the victims' impact statements. She said, "We don't know nothing about Black people." She said, "We love our kids. We want our kids to go to good schools." Oh, she was breaking it down. Not my heart. When I heard the sister saying that, I said, "That's true." And people are able to do violence against us, and we're often not protected under U.S. laws because people don't see us as human. They see us sometimes as things to exploit, stereotypes to mimic, but they don't see the humanity in us, that we have family, that we care about our uncles, our sisters, our elders, our aunties, our
No
kids.
laws for, well, that's a whole nother episode. Girl, that
Girl,
might be
it's
a whole
another
nother
girl, it's
thesis,
another
but
one.
anyway.
But okay, so I did want to give that. So now, Monika, is there anything else that I'm forgetting today?
Um, I have to send a special shout out to the reason, half of the reason I am here today. I want to say a happy special birthday to my mother.
Girl, I don't.
We will be celebrating Friday. Girl, she's been celebrating all month. So,
Okay, good. I was like, I know I didn't miss Mama Monica's B-Day. I was like, no, wait,
yeah,
wait.
she living her
Okay.
best life and
I,
she ready like Tiffany Haddish said. Girl, she been celebrating all month. We
I said,
still ain't
honey,
finished.
your mama is an inspiration for people, honey. When you do good, you act good, you be kind, you take care of yourself, good things happen to you. Because
Right.
Mama Monika is out here stunting in these streets, okay? She's looking good. Skin's looking like she's 35 to 40, legitimately. And I understand, of course, Black got good skin, but she
Mm-hmm.
also takes care of it.
Right.
But her energy, honey, she's giving you that forever kindness. That's what I will say. Oprah once mentioned that Gail was kind and that she wasn't. And people probably say,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, Oprah's kind." Oprah said, "No, I'm not kind. I understand what kind is. Gail is
That's
kind."
like me and my mother. Yeah, she's
Yeah,
sweet because
yeah.
me, that's a whole nother story.
Exactly. That's why I said no. Mama Monika is the quintessential kind woman. Okay, like nice lady. I can see why she did what she did for many years because it's helping people, right?
Right.
So shout out, girlfriend. I like you said, half of the reason why you're here. I love it, honey. Happy birthday. Enjoy the rest of the month and part of next month too. Aquarius. It goes into next month too. So I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, actually, no, it's about to end because it's
It's
about to be
about to end.
Pisces.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Pisces
Mm-hmm.
season. Let me get that together. But nonetheless, Mama Monika, I love you. And I just appreciate you for not only raising two amazing daughters, obviously your father counts too,
Yes.
but for raising two amazing women and someone that I definitely consider a sister, so I'm loving that. That's a good shout out. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
on that,
Oh,
everybody.
one more.
Okay.
Forgot, since we did say, you said something about Pisces. There is a new moon in Pisces that started, I think, yesterday or today. I'll link it, but
Mm.
it's just setting intentions for
Oh,
the next couple months. It's been we've been in some retrogrades and dragging, and but you know what?
girl.
It's
Mm-mm. When you
it's.
said Pisces moon, I said, oh, everybody's gonna be in their feelings.
I mean,
Hmm. Two
is it
fish.
is it isn't that what
Hmm.
Missy said? There's a song, Missy, feelings. Is it with Beyonce too?
Oh, what about the signs? There's a song with
No, but
Missy and
Missy has
Beyonce.
song Feelings. She has a song called Feelings, I think. I'll have to link it.
You have to please link it. But I was thinking about Erica Badu when she talked about being a Pisces, when she said two
Hmm.
fish swimming up sea. Just talk about how, Pisces be all over the place. But, with love, Pisces are definitely social
Yeah,
butterflies.
I had my experience with some Pisces before.
And I love, honey, I got so many Pisces in my family and all, so I'll be happy for their season to begin. I have Pisces friends, so, that's the energy. And it's so funny because they say we're supposed to be polar opposites, but I still attract them. And I can see their beauty and see their
Well, that
love.
intellectual.
They're very spirit, honey. They're very spiritually connected. Like I
Oh,
said,
you already know. I know.
I was like, yeah, the Pisces I know, I'd be like, honey, the people you gonna get a gift or get a message or whatever, it's gonna be a Python. Who did something move in the house that's unexplained? The Pisces know it and seen it. I don't know. I don't know about that, you know. But I'm really excited then. So Pisces new moon. All right. Now, Monika, I even hate to ask you again. Is there anything else we're forgetting?
No, that's everything.
All right, everyone, be safe. It's a wrap.
Peace.
Monika, where can they find us again?
They can find us on Anchor, Spotify, and now iTunes. And please like, share, subscribe, and leave us a comment. You can shoot us an email or a voice message if you'd like. And with all that, love and gratitude.
Remember to call your aunties or your girlfriends and say hi. Bye.